Second discipline, he says, a calm mind. So what does he say in the commentary? He says an extrovert mind has a tendency to worry over the past and to become anxious of the future, which causes mental agitations. Instead, when the mind turns introvert and seeks the self, it becomes calm. So this is the distinction he's drawing for the second discipline. So this is a discipline at the mental level. We distinguish here two specific phrases again: introvert, extrovert. So you're probably familiar with these phrases from other disciplines or other areas of psychology perhaps. From our philosophical perspective, these words have a specific meaning. So the extrovert is someone who is actively seeking experiences, objects, and so forth outside of him or herself. The introvert is one whose focus of attention is directed inwardly towards the subtler levels of the personality, ultimately towards the self with a capital S. So the cause-effect relationship that he gives here is to say that when the mind runs extroverted, it becomes plagued with worry and anxiety. But when a mind is turned introvert, it finds calmness. This is an assertion that is being made here. Our job is to question it. So let's just pause and consider a reflection question. Why would a mind that seeks objects outside of itself for satisfaction become agitated, but when the mind turns introvert and seeks the self, it becomes calm? Why is that the case? So, if you wish, just pause the video here and spend a minute or so just quickly reflecting upon this idea. Okay, so for those of you who are still a little stuck on that question, please feel free to join us in any of the live sessions and bring it up at the beginning of class and we can address it. So the happiness that we're seeking is subtle, it's an internal phenomenon. We are trying to get something gross to create that. It cannot do it. I can't eat away my pain. Whereas when we turn introvert, we are identifying with the subtler levels of our personality directly. So the question is, how do we do that? Never accept a should without a how. We should turn introvert. That's great advice. How do we do it? One of the ways we can understand this is to be constantly questioning ourselves. The assertion here is that this mental restlessness arises from an ungoverned mind. So then we need to govern the mind with the intellect, which is done by questioning. What am I thinking about? Why am I thinking about it? What is the quality or the nature of this thought? And where is it taking me? Is this the person that I want to be? Who do I want to be? This is a very simple series of questions, but we can apply this series or other questions that we see as useful to our own experiences at every moment. When we do this, we are searching for the truth within ourselves. What am I thinking about? Okay, I'm thinking about somebody who wronged me a number of years ago. Why am I thinking about it? I don't know. The thought just popped into my awareness and I allowed it to continue. What's the quality and the nature of the thought? I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm feeling like I want revenge. Where is it taking me? It's making me agitated. It's keeping me stuck in a sense of victimhood from the past. Is this who I want to be? Someone who complains about things that happened 2 years ago? No. I want to be someone who is mature, who moves on. This is how we control the mind. Not by wrestling with it directly and trying to suppress it. This can be dangerous. But rather by guiding it effectively. So when you are trying to educate anybody, the most effective method is to deploy questioning, to draw it from them. So when we are educating our own minds, ask yourself questions. So again, let's use an analogy at the physical level. You could imagine somebody who is assiduous when it comes to reading the ingredients of all of the food that they eat. And if it doesn't meet certain stringent quality guidelines, no thank you very much. Even if it's tasty food, the person who has that conviction towards their own physical health finds it easy to say no thank you because of the quality of the ingredients. We should have the same level of care and attention to the thoughts and the feelings that we are consuming. Once we've understood that we are entertaining junk thoughts, junk feelings, it becomes much easier for us to say no thank you. I don't want to absorb those sorts of thoughts, feelings and attitudes into my personality. So I will shift my attention onto my ideal. Who do I want to be? What do I want to achieve beyond this ego that is more mature spiritually? That is the ideal. That is where we guide our attention to. This helps us to offset the worries and anxieties.